To be a gentleman of the sea, but he's a dirty old cunning rogue.
I agreed she'd go free, but it was you who failed to specify when or where.
Action!
You sit down to read a blockbuster action pirate movie script with a certain amount of trepidation because you think, well, it's probably going to be only the romantic version of what that era might have been like. And in some ways it has to be that, because I do want 7-year-olds to be able to come and see it and go, that was cool. And yet at the same time you don't want it to be such a fairy tale that it doesn't kind of mean anything. We want the audience to have to keep making moral decisions. What would I do next? What's honorable to do next, and what's noble to do next?
Action!
I really rather hope we were past all this. Jack.
I was already on board pretty much when Jeffrey's name came up, and of course it was something I was very happy to hear. You know, when they brought Jeffrey up for Barbossa, I was even happier when they said he was interested in doing it. I like his work very much. Jeffrey sort of likes to throw things out there and try new things, and so do I. So it was, yeah, it was good.
Background action. Ready?
Part of the fun, I think, must have been the notion of brotherhood. If you were a pirate, you became a member of a very non-hierarchical boatload of people. I mean, there was always the captain, but one man, one share. And if they struck gold, then you become very wealthy. That's the romantic side of it. I think the reality might have been really horrible. Loneliness, desperation, complete insanity, and everyone a criminal. You know, everyone who was a pirate was probably escaping from some horrible crime that they'd committed from anywhere on the planet. That was the key thing I had to answer to myself. How does he remain being the captain? Because I was pretty much one of the oldest pirates on board.
And okay, well, let's not bother about the blade work. Let's get the rhythm of the jump. Ready, and action.
I thought, this guy has got to be a crack swordsman and a very nasty one, and that when he pulls his sword out, even big guys cower away.
Barbossa's just the quintessential villain. Geoffrey Rush, he's able to play the kind of and celebrate the two-dimensional aspects of a character like this, yet play the depth all the way through in terms of the kind of needs and wants of this character who ultimately just wants to eat his apple, you know, taste food again.
One of those next.
I put together this story that when he was about 13, he probably ran away to sea, because that was probably the only, he probably came out of a background of poverty. And he would have been on ships where he would have seen very grand cabins and the captain of the ship living in very spacious and elegant quarters. And he thought, that's what I want to be. And he may have had very earnest desires to be a man of the sea, but realized pretty quickly that you could actually get a lot more if you broke the rules and just lied to people and killed a few people and took over.
Agreed.
I love props as an actor, you know. I love defining a character by certain physical objects that they might handle. And on this one, I was given two of the best props you could ever be given. One was my ship.
130, take one.
And the first day I worked on that, I just went on and went, this is my ship. You know, it tells you a lot about the character, where he stands and what he controls.
Hands, grapnels at the ready! Prepare to board!
The other one was walking into the soundstage where they'd built this entire massive underground cavern that had a lake in it. I mean, I tend to do lower budget films that don't get that spectacular. So to have that world around you and to see it filled with, you know, 40 or 50 barracking, mean pirates was really thrilling. I suppose if I stand outside it and look at it, I go, well, yes, you're playing the villain. But somehow, from the inside, I was playing the hero, you know, because his dream was that we will lift this curse, I will have a fabulous prize pirate bride, and I will live happily ever after as a very rich rogue. Doesn't work out like that for the villain.